The movie starts with a man named Eddie who lives in New York. Eddie was very lazy, and he just wanted to write a book in his life, but he never succeeded in his work. He used to write something every day and delete it later. Eddie rested all day in his apartment and wasted all his time. He never earned a penny and used to borrow money from his friends to fulfill his needs. And because of this, Eddie's girlfriend Linda also wanted to leave him. She was tired of Eddie's laziness. She had lost hope for Eddie that he has never done anything in his life, and he will never do. After which we see that Eddie is roaming on the road cursing his fate. He then hears someone's voice. It was Tom, his ex-wife's brother. They were meeting after 9 years.
Where's it been, like 9 years? God! Hey!
Tom was previously a drug dealer, but now he was working in a pharma company. Eddie asks him about his ex-wife Melissa, and he tells her that she is living a good life in another city and also has children. After seeing Eddie's abysmal condition, Tom offers him a drug. He informs him that this drug is still in testing and has not come to the market.
This is an exclusive product that's coming on stream next year.
Tom tells him that we usually use our brains only up to 10% potency only, but with the help of this drug, we can use our brains up to 100%. Eddie refuses to take this drug, but then Tom gets a call from someone, and he hurriedly hands over that drug and his address to Eddie and leaves from there. Now Eddie returns to his house thinking about that drug, and finally decides to take it. While going to his apartment, he finds his landlord, who is babbling about his unpaid rent. Now, that's when the effect of that drug shakes in, and Eddie starts seeing everything clearly. Now he can focus on all the things that he does not do in his normal state. That's when Eddie sees a book in his hand. After seeing the book, Eddie confidently tells him that she is from law school. In reality, all the books he has ever read in his life so far were going around in his mind. His mind has become hyperactive because of the drug. He recommends a book to his landlord, which is related to her field, with which the girl gets impressed and doesn't say anything to him and leaves without asking for rent anymore.
Something wrong in law school?
How do you know I'm in law school?
People who aren't usually don't carry around dry, academically constipated books about a dead Supreme Court justice.
After the girl leaves, a lot of things come flooding to Eddie's mind about which he could write in his book. Eddie felt his house was very dirty. He felt very active after taking that drug. He starts cleaning everything in his room and sets it well. After this, he opens his laptop and starts writing his book. Now, the ocean of knowledge in his mind is roaming. From childhood to now, whatever he has seen, whatever he has felt, all that is going on in his mind. He keeps writing it effortlessly and endlessly, and in one night, he writes 90 pages of his book, which was a new thing for him, and it all happened because of that drug. The next day, he takes his written book to the publisher.
Written by you.
All you have to do is read 3 pages. Just read 3 pages in the next hour, and if you don't want to keep reading, I'll give you back the advance.
Anne leaves his book there and returns back home. After a while, he gets a call from the publisher, and she praises him highly for his book. He has written his book very well this time. Now the effect of the drug in Eddie's mind has worn off completely. That's why he goes to Tom's house to take more. Tom agrees on giving him more drugs, but in return asks for a favor. He assigns Eddie a job, and he does exactly what he was asked to do. He comes back to Tom's apartment and finds him dead. Someone has murdered Tom. Eddie searches for the drug before calling the police here. And after that, he goes to the police station and explains the situation.
So, you guys tight? You hang out a lot?
No, this is my ex-wife's brother. I just actually met him on the street, and he asked me to...
The police ask Eddie to stay in contact with them. After this whole situation, Eddie comes back home. He takes the same drug again, and his mind becomes hyperactive again. He has a lot of knowledge now, and he starts learning new things. He has become very social now, and meets everyone without hesitation. Everyone around him was very impressed with his knowledge.
No one's stopping and thinking, hey, we're doing pretty well. We got France, we got Poland, we got a big Swiss bank account. You know what? Let's not invade Russia in the winter. Let's go home, let's pop a beer, and let's live off the inches. Yeah.
Previously, Eddie used to feel that he can't do anything but taking this drug. He felt that he can do everything now. Eddie now steps into the stock market. He used money he stole from Tom's house in the stock market. He gets a lot of profit from it. Eddie now wants to become a bigger man, so he borrows money from a man and invests that money in his company. His money doubles after his investment. After flourishing, he meets his ex-girlfriend Linda. Linda is very happy to see him, because she always wanted Eddie to become a big and successful man, which he has now become finally. Linda wants to be a part of his life again, due to which Eddie is very happy. Then Eddie sees that a man is following him. Eddie was looking here and there if that man will happen to be seen again, but this does not happen. The next day he is meeting with a big business tycoon. Eddie goes to meet him. That man shows all the files of his company and asks his opinion about the company.
Tell me what you think.
Right now?
Yeah, take your time.
After reading all the files of his company, Eddie captivates him with his flawless approach, due to which that businessman becomes highly impressed. After leaving his office, he gets in his car, and as soon as he starts walking, he feels dizzy, and the next moment, he sees that he is in different places. He is probably delusional due to the setback of the drug he is taking. Now, Eddie does not understand anything, and he is imagining a lot of people attacking him. A lot of fights start flooding his mind, and he is fighting everyone around him. And in the next scene, morning is shown. Eddie wakes up at his house. Now he has a meeting with a big businessman again, but this time he does not want to take the drug because of what happened last time. He does not want to experience it again. He reads the files without taking drug, but this time he could not interpret anything in the files because his mind was back to his old lazy self again. He asks his partner to cancel the meeting with the businessman, but he refuses. If they cancel the meeting, then the businessman might change his mind to work with them. They have only one chance to prove themselves. Now, Eddie goes to the meeting without taking the drug, which results in him not being active. He was not understanding anything and felt very lazy. He also had trouble speaking. He was absolutely blank in front of the businessman. Eddie leaves the meeting from there. As soon as he comes out, he starts feeling sick. That's why he returns back to his house. He gets a call from Tom's sister. She calls Eddie to meet her. Eddie also has a diary of Tom's in which he has all his customers' numbers. He starts calling on those numbers and finds out that most of these people have died, and some of them are in a coma, which means that the drug he is taking is seriously dangerous.
Yeah, hi. May I please speak with Jerry Brady?
Jerry's in the hospital.
He's what?
Yeah, he's not doing well at all.
Now, he goes to meet the drug dealer's sister, who was also his ex-wife. She tells Eddie that she was not worried about her brother's death because she knew he'd suffer due to his wrongdoing. This could have happened to him at any time. Now she tells him the actual reason why she wanted to meet him. She tells him that the drug he was taking is not at all right. Tom's ex-wife also took this drug for some time, but after the good feeling, he experienced the crazy part of the drug. She tells Eddie that she has now left this drug and advises him to leave this drug slowly. After hearing her side of the story, Eddie leaves from there. And on the way, Eddie now finds the man he borrowed money from. He beats Eddie badly to return his money. During this, the drug falls down from Eddie's pocket, which is picked up by this man, and he takes the pill. This makes him feel very good, and then he tells Eddie that now he don't want his money back, but the pills he have. Eddie gives all the pills he has to that man, and in return, that man also gives money to Eddie. After this, Eddie comes home, where he tells everything to his girlfriend Linda. How did he do all this? And how does his mind work so fast? He tells Linda that he can't leave all of this suddenly. Now Linda wants to help him, so that's why she tries to get that drug for Eddie. When she heads out, she notices that someone is following her, and as soon as she looks back, we find out that he was the same man that was following Eddie earlier. Now Linda quickly gets inside a park. There were a lot of people, and she asks 2 people to help her, but this man also hits both of them, making them lose it. Now Linda gets very scared. She calls Eddie and he asks her to take a pill she just grabbed for him. This will make her mind hyperactive, and she will understand the situation more clearly and rescue herself more efficiently.
Because you'll know what to do, you'll take it, and then you'll know.
He's got a knife. Eddie, I can't think my way out of a knife.
Just listen to me. It'll come on in 30 seconds, and you'll think your way out. That's what it does.
Linda does exactly what she is asked to. After this, her mind starts working very fast, and she manages to escape back home from that man. She shares the experience of that drug with Eddie, on which Eddie takes a promise from Linda that now you never use this drug and he will also leave it slowly. Outside Eddie's house, the gang of that man he borrowed money from came back again. Actually now, this man wanted more drugs. Eddie now hires 2 bodyguards for himself because he feels that his life is in danger now.
You'll never precede me, you'll always follow me, never more than 15 steps behind. And never stand too close together. I want to be able to look behind me if the opportunity presents itself.
Eddie finally takes the drug again and fixes the meeting with that businessman. The meeting turns out successful. Eddie tells him that last time he was not feeling well. Now at this point, Eddie learned that after taking this drug, if he takes his sleep properly, consume more water, and stay away from alcohol, then he has fewer symptoms. He once again goes to meet that businessman. That businessman makes him meet a lot of other different businessmen. The turnout of the meeting was big. Eddie impresses everyone with his skills. That means that Eddie will very soon become a part of these businessmen. When Eddie returns back home, he sees that all his stuff is scattered. That shows that someone searched his house. Eddie now moves to another house where the security system is highly complex and strong. At the beginning of this movie, when the drug dealer Tom was murdered, this policeman comes to deal with his case. Now he is back again because Eddie is a prime suspect in this case. He hires a hefty lawyer to save himself in this case. This lawyer makes him free from all the charges. Eddie finally goes for the meeting again, which is about to happen with this business tycoon. But there he finds out that the senior businessman, who was a little unwell in the last meeting, is not there yet. In fact, his wife has arrived. His wife tells that her husband is not well and in a coma, and they will not finalize the deal until he gets well. Now, when that lady is going in her car, Eddie sees that she has the same man escorting her who always followed him. Actually, he is the driver of that businessman. Eddie is completely surprised to see him. Eddie now wanted to go to the bathroom and take the drug, but he sees that he does not have any pill. Someone has stolen his pill, and this theft was done by his lawyer who had rescued him out of the case. Now, Eddie comes to his house, where he finds out while watching the news on TV that his lawyer has cheated on him.
Yes, we have no further comments at this time. We're just awaiting the results of the latest round of tests and hoping for the best.
Along with that, the man who he borrowed money from comes back again with his people. But now, he does not want his money back. He just wants the pills of that drug. Eddie cannot face them because he does not have pills. If he had a pill, then he would have consumed himself and faced them. And then he suddenly remembers that he had kept a spare pill in a box. He quickly finds that box, but before he could eat the pill, that man came rushing there. The pill is released from Eddie's hand, which the man picks up and tells Eddie that if it is injected into the bloodstream, then the intoxication lasts longer, and it has a very good effect, and there is no side effect as well. And after that, he injects it into his body. Now, his mind has become hyperactive. But before he does anything else, Eddie kills him and starts licking his blood. His mind becomes active again. Once again, the drug was in his body, and his mind has become hyperactive again. He starts killing everyone here and leaves this place. After this, he goes to meet the same driver who used to follow him again and again. He tells Eddie that his boss was in a coma and no longer in this world. The pills Eddie is taking, even his boss took those. But later, he didn't have any pills, and that's why he went into a coma. Eddie informs him that the lawyer used to work for his boss as well. He stole the pills from Eddie but didn't give it to the boss. What could be the reason behind it? Actually, the lawyer has cheated the boss as well. And now, Eddie and this driver both reach the lawyer's house where the driver ties up the lawyer. And Eddie grabs all the pills from his house. The story is shown a year ahead from here. Here it is shown that Eddie's book has become very famous. He also stands for the post of senator. A man then comes and tells him that the owner of a big pharma company wants to meet Eddie, and he is waiting for him.
Right. Hold on. Guy from Ivan Chemcorp's in your office.
I have a lunch.
Look, they're your biggest contributor. Give him his 2 crappy little minutes.
Ivan Chemcorp Pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
When he goes to him, he finds out that he was the same businessman with whom he used to work before. That businessman told Eddie that he had left trading and made his own company where they make drugs. He knew about the drug with which people's minds start working fast. He tells Eddie the same drug that he used to use, and maybe he still does. He exposes his activity due to the drug he took. He informs him that the drug he has bought the whole company of that drug, Eddie consumed. This man has closed the lab in which the pills were made. It means he will no longer access those pills. Now he warns Eddie that if he still wants those pills, then he has to make a deal with him. When Eddie becomes president of the United States of America, he will help him with all work, but Eddie clearly refuses him. He says that he will not help him in any way. Eddie was expected to become the president of the USA in the future, but now Eddie wants to do good work instead. He rejects his offer because he knows that this man wants to spread his black money in this world. Eddie then tells him that the pills he was talking about, he had stopped taking long ago. In fact, he had modified those same pills in his lab and had finished all its side effects. Eddie had made an advanced version of it, which he has taken only once. And now, its effect is always in his mind, and that too without taking any pill. Here his old partner threatens him to expose his secrets, but then Eddie tells him that the car coming from the front, it will collide with the car in front, and this is exactly what happens. There, a car collides with another car. Eddie then tells them, "Had I'm 100 steps ahead of you." That is, Eddie's mind is so powerful that he can see beyond time. After this, he touches his partner's heart and says that you are going to have a lot of heart diseases. You should take care of yourself. And now he understands that he can't compete with Eddie because he is far ahead of him in everything. He sits in his car and leaves from here on the other side. Eddie goes to meet his girlfriend Linda, where Eddie orders the waiter in Chinese. Linda is forced to think here, whether Eddie has left that drug or not. And with this movie ends here. Thanks for watching the video.